Hey, it's Alicia here at New VA Advice, and I decided to just record this video completely impromptu. I've been thinking about some things and wanted to share with you, and I just finished up being interviewed for a podcast that will be launching soon, all about people starting online businesses. And so I think that's what made me start having these thoughts and thinking that I want to share this information with you. So today I've titled this, why do I do all of this stuff? Okay, so I want to talk about why New VA Advice is here for you and why I make the programs that I do. So you may or may not know my story, but when I started out online, I didn't know anyone else working online. No one. And I didn't know how to do the things that you needed to do to set up your business online. I didn't know about the legal stuff. I didn't know how to make a website, like at all. No experience with that. I didn't know how to market my business online. I didn't know any of those things, nor did I know who to turn to for that. I was very alone in it, but what I did have was a big dream and some determination. So I went for it and started finding the things that I need. I was self-taught with a lot of this when I started my business. I had to figure out how to use WordPress, for example. I had to figure out, what did I need to do? Did I need a business license? And I took the time and I did the research. It, like I said, took time because that's what I had to invest. I didn't have the money to invest. I had the time to invest, but it was like finding bits and pieces here and there. Like I was constantly on a scavenger hunt, but I didn't really know where I was going, right? I mean, I didn't have the guidance and I didn't know who to turn to. I also couldn't spend a whole lot of money, not because I didn't want to or I didn't understand that it was wise to invest in my business, but I didn't have it to spend. So that's how it started for me. And it's why I create things the way that I do in my business. So if you look at the VA Startup Mastermind, for example, like I said, when I started, I had to find resources all over the place. This person says to do this and that person says to do that. Maybe I could grab this free webinar, but then I needed to pay for that one product over there. I put all resources in one place. So all those different things you're thinking about when it comes to starting your VA business, it's all in one place. You don't have to keep watching that free webinar and jumping over there or buying these separate products, because I couldn't have afforded to buy all those separate products. I knew that they'd be beneficial, but I just couldn't do it. The other part that I needed was support. It took me a while. What I did was I found some like-minded people who were doing the same kind of thing online, and that felt good to finally have people who could get it, who knew what it was like to go through what I was going through. And then I found someone who had created an online business and was doing coaching. And when I first started my VA business, I wasn't looking at doing coaching right away, but this was a person who had gone through the process kind of like I did. She started with nothing, started with a small child like I did, and built up a successful business and then moved that into a coaching business. And so I followed this person. She resonated with me. I liked the way that she talked and her presentation, and a lot of things clicked when she said it, a certain way that she said it. Plus, I could relate to her background. So first, I just consumed everything I could that she provided for free, because that's what I could do. So, I was on her blog and I followed all of her social media channels, and if she ever ran... Sorry, it said I had a bad connection. Hopefully this is all still good. So, whatever I could do to consume her free information, I would do that. And then eventually I was saving up little bits of money because I knew it was important to invest something. I just didn't have a lot. So the next thing I was able to do was finally get into one of her group coaching programs, because that was kind of the lowest way that I could pay to get in and have more one-on-one connection time with her, and for her to really talk to me personally about my business and not just in a general sense about building a business. And then eventually I was able to afford to coach with her one-on-one over time. But that's kind of how the process went through for me, and it's how a lot of people are able to do it. And it's why I designed the VA Startup Mastermind this way, because you have those resources, but then you have access to me in a coaching sense too, at a very affordable way, because it's like this group mastermind. You have the other people in there together doing what you're doing, and then you have me to help guide you. So maybe that's why you're still here today. Maybe it's the same thing for you, like I said about that person I followed. Maybe you resonate with me. Maybe your background story is similar to mine, or maybe at least you can relate to it in some way. maybe like me, you didn't have a lot to start out with, but you have the time to invest. So I invite you to think about those things and really think about if this is right for you. I'm recording this at the beginning of a weekend, and the other reason is, for me, a lot of times when I was finally getting a chance to work on business stuff, it was on the weekend. So maybe it's the same for you, and that's why you're watching this right now, whether it's live or recorded. Maybe this is the time you have to really think about this decision about starting this business, right? I mean, I know it's a big one to make. Absolutely is. But I've been there and I get how hard it is. Number one, I want you to trust yourself that you can do this. If you've gotten this far and you feel like, okay, I have these skills, but I don't know how to put all these pieces together, and I don't have anybody to tell me if they think this is a good idea or not when I make this decision, or if I go this way or that way, that's what I do in my programs. And that's what I do for people in the VA Startup Mastermind. One of the biggest things people in my other masterminds, like the marketing one, tell me is they love that support aspect and the accountability, knowing that we're going to have a call coming up and they want to get done whatever they said they want to get done because they want to be able to report that on the call. And then they have that support with other group members going through the same things. Many of them have made lasting friendships out of that. And then they can relate to my coaching style, the way I teach the whole, keep it simple and look at the one next step. And that's what I do in all of the group programs that I run, or the one-on-one programs as well. But I just wanted to relay that to you today. If any of this resonates with you and you're thinking, this might be it for me, I want you to take some time to really think about it and also realize that I've made it a very affordable option. Like I said, I couldn't afford to hire that coach in the very beginning, but I knew that I wanted to at least save a little bit to start working in her group program. So that's the nice thing about this. It's quarterly payments. So you don't pay every month even. It's every 3 months. And if you're watching this in the month of November, I'm running a special. It's $59.99 for your first 3 months, and then it goes to $69.99. That is the regular price, but you get that discount in November. There's also a yearly payment option, even more savings, okay? There are options. Think about what that breaks down to for you, because you should be thinking about the costs of things in your business, plus how much you want to make from clients, right? In order to cover bills and live the lifestyle that you want. So think about only paying every 3 months that amount to get all the resources in one place and get the support from other people doing what you're doing, and then the support from me with live calls and a Facebook group. This could be the time that it actually happens for you. That's what I want you to consider when you're watching it. Okay? Is this your time? If you feel like it is, I want you to reach out and do this with me because I'm excited about it. This is the other thing. This lights me up. Being able to help other people take control of their lives, make a decision, and then make a plan and see it through, that is exciting to me. I want that for you too. Okay? So I'll drop a link below. Leave a comment if any of this resonated with you, if you can relate to my story, or if you have questions about the VA Startup Mastermind. Just wanted to stop in from the heart today and tell you why I'm so passionate about doing these kinds of things, why I make it affordable, and why I want you to really consider if now is the time to join me and we'll do it together. So I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.